Now, you tell me again what you said. You'd bought my patient education system, and you were really down. You were only seeing 15 visits a week. Is that right?
Yeah, I was at 15 visits a week
And,
at
and if
at the time that I purchased it. Yeah.
and if I remember, you'd actually even given up on cash patients. You were only focusing on personal injury.
Yeah, that's correct. I did give up. I was just focusing all on personal injury. I thought that's where the money is. That's where I'm making the money. And cash and insurance patients, I just kind of dismissed them. I just kind of waved them off. I didn't really get excited about them.
And because you lost them also.
Yeah, I was losing them. I was lose. They probably would last no more than 3 to 4 visits,
Right.
and so
Okay.
you
And
know,
you said you took my patient education course, which is based on the science of the three phases of healing. You learned your communication techniques. And you said, what'd you say just yesterday and the day before you saw 15 visits in one day?
that was at 2 months. Actually,
Oh, it's
last week I saw 26 in one day.
one day.
22. I had 26 on the scale, 22 in one day. So it took me from like 15 in one week to seeing well over that in one day,
Well,
just
that
by
that's
implementing.
that's a little bit past your paradigm.
What do you mean?
Well, when you were seeing 15, that was your paradigm. 15 in a week, that's what you were used to. And so here it is roughly 3 months later, and you're seeing 20 something patients in a day.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Just
that's not just a little bit of a bump up, that's a significant bump up.
yeah, it is.
I
Yeah,
mean,
and it's great. It's great. I
that's
tell you.
easily over $100,000 a year in income.
And Doc, what I didn't realize now, now I enjoy seeing every patient that comes to the door now.
Right.
Instead of this personal injury, I realize because of this program, now that now I can see them like the patients that I acquired in October. I, uh, I'm still seeing them. These
Yeah.
are cash patients and insurance patients. So now I'm excited about them coming in. I'm excited about personal health insurance now because I'm able to meet those deductibles that
Right.
I never thought I would meet. So it's just such a great feeling now that everybody that walks through the door, I'm excited about now. So
And it's fair to say that you don't have a double standard of personal injury patients versus cash patients with your patient education or your treatment schedule, do you now?
not anymore. Now it's all the same. And
Right.
I thought it was different. I thought that's just the way it was before I purchased your program. And then I realized I talked to you. I said, "Hey, do you do this even with your with personal injury?" You said, "Yeah, I do it with everybody." And once I started doing that, now even personal injury to me is better. I think the patients understand better because they're being educated. And it's great. It's such a joy now to come
Well,
to work.
isn't it a lot less stress when you can treat everybody the same?
It is. It is. I mean, I've done something today I've never done before. I you know, I co-managed a insurance patient, sending them, giving them referral to another specialist. I only did that with personal injury,
Right.
and I'm looking at myself. I'm like, wow, I'm treating everybody the same,
Right.
and it's a wonderful feeling to be able to do that. It is great. It
Yeah.
feels
The
really
only
good.
reason I point that out is we know a lot of chiropractors that'll treat a personal injury patient different with treatment frequency and even notes. And it's not only unethical, it's called fraud. So now you're doing all your patient education the same. And actually, when you asked me about that, I even remember I joked with you and I said, well, didn't you know? Now, this was a joke. And I said, well, didn't you know that personal injury patients heal differently than cash patients? Do you remember that?
No, no, I
I,
don't remember that.
I remember because it was ridiculous to think that you would treat patients differently and base their health care on something differently. And if I
Yeah,
say that to you, I say it all the time
yeah,
because
yeah.
I get that question all the time. I'm like, what are you talking about? You didn't, it's a joke, obviously, when I go, well, didn't you know they heal differently? I'm like, no, the three phases of healing are the three phases of healing, whether you're welfare, cash, major medical, Medicare, workers' compensation, or personal injury.
Yeah, and I think that this patient retention program, it just helped everything out. It helped everything. I thought that I was okay with educating patients, and I didn't know until you told me. You said you don't know anything about educating your patients, and I just kind of laughed it off, whatever, because I'm all focused on personal injury at the time. And it wasn't until I saw one of your videos on patient education retention, and I said, you know what, he's right. I don't know anything about teaching my patients. And when I bought the program, I realized even more. And now I'm grateful that everybody's getting the same type of quality care. I'm able to give that to them. I'm able to
Well, the
provide
other
that to
reason we
them.
found it with you is we did a statistical analysis and you were losing patients left and right.
Yeah, I did one myself. And I found that I was losing patients after 4 visits. They
Right.
weren't making it after 4 visits.
Yeah, and most
So
doctors never even look at their stats to see how many patients they're losing.
yeah, I was just I couldn't believe it. But I was just like, oh, whatever. You know, Personal injury is where I'm at. That's where I'm making my money. That's how I built up the practice I did before the pandemic. But I'm so glad that I purchased your plan because I didn't, I was what you call it, unconscious incompetence. That's where I was. I was at that level.
Right.
And now I'm at what you call conscious competence. It's not like unconscious yet, but
Right.
even now, to be able to go from 15 in a week to seeing over that in one day to be in the 20s in one day again, it's so great, and
Yeah.
it makes the job just so much more better. I mean, I'm looking forward to coming to work every day. It's great.
Isn't it nice that you can teach the patient on the three phases of healing and it has nothing to do with sales?
I think that's one of the best parts. I'm not selling myself, and you said that you're not selling yourself. And when you told us, hey, tell them this is on Wikipedia. Tell them you can Google this. This is something that everybody knows amongst the medical profession. That takes the pressure off us as chiropractors. So it's great to be able to provide them care. And now I have patients that have made it. They're in well into the repair phase, and they're like, Doc, I feel better than I ever felt before. I'm better at work. I'm better at home. I never would have gotten it to that point had I not purchased your plan. I never would have gotten it. They would have had their 4 visits. They would have stopped chiropractic. They probably would think it didn't work for me, and they would have went back to medicine or pills or who knows what. But because I I was able to educate them properly on the 3 phases of healing, they're getting results that they never wouldn't have gotten before. And I'm my practice is benefiting from it, which is
Yeah.
great.
And we make it affordable, don't we? You don't have to turn away any patients because of money now, do you?
We make it
Yeah.
totally affordable to
It's
where
fantastic.
we'll work with them.
There's
Yeah,
no selling. You tell them the truth. They get to make the decision. You make it affordable. You feel good about what you're doing, and you get to treat everybody the same. And there's no selling. I mean, it's like that's what you really wanted when you graduated from chiropractic college, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah, right, yeah, right. A
Pretty
little
much.
different, but I got to tell you, I had a patient when I went through the day 4. He, what he told me? He said, Doc, this is almost a steal because I'm getting this great level of care and I'm only paying this amount for it. This is almost like a steal, Doc.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
So
great and we make
compared
it
to what
affordable.
some of the bills are in medicine, you're right.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it was just a great feeling to know that hey, I can give them the care that they need. My business is benefiting from it. I'm not selling them something. I'm selling them some deal or some package. I'm just giving it to them based on the 3 phases of healing, and they're like, "Yeah, this makes sense. I want this level of care. Okay, let's get to it." And
Yeah.
it's great. It's
Yeah, it
great.
is. I remember when I started doing it and I totally stayed away from what chiropractors were teaching. And then I started teaching that to patients. And I tell you what, I just remember it made me feel better, made me feel, ethical and moral and just. And all the patients can afford, I made it where they could afford care. And man, it was, and that you treated all the patients the same. It just made you feel fantastic. And of course, you know, you get the benefits of it. You not only from helping patients, but now you get the financial benefits of it. And there you are. And isn't that why you went to chiropractic school? Is not only to help people, but have a higher quality of lifestyle?
Absolutely. That's exactly why I chose chiropractic, because of the lifestyle, because of the schedule, because I wanted to be have the weekends off, spend time with my family. That's exactly why I chose chiropractic over medicine, different professions.
Yeah.
And so now I'm feeling like, okay, hey, this is now I'm feeling the benefits. I'm starting to experience the benefits of what I intended to go to college for, to chiropractic college school for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's
it's great.
fantastic. It's fantastic. All right. Thanks, Dr. Chris.